Earlier this year, Call of Duty Mobile said that after the Gundam collaboration, they would only be bringing back old collabs for the rest of the year and that no brand new ones would arrive until the end of the year. That statement was made before the shutdown of Warzone Mobile, so it might not even be valid anymore. In fact, we already have pretty solid evidence that a brand new collaboration is coming in Season 9, which proves that their earlier claim is no longer accurate. To be fair, the statement did hold true up until now, because this year we saw brand new collaborations like the 7 Deadly Sins, Nier Automata and Gundams, and then the game shifted into returning collaborations with Girls Frontline, and today we are even seeing the Alchemy Stars collaboration come back. According to leakers, Season 9 of Call of Duty Mobile might actually feature a collaboration with World Wrestling Entertainment, better known as WWE. The reason this is gaining traction is because two upcoming lucky draws are named Undertaker and Alexa. Now, if this isn't related to WWE, that would be a pretty wild coincidence. The name Alexa could easily point to Alexa Bliss, who is currently a very active WWE superstar and even one half of the women's tag team champions right now. And then of course there's The Undertaker, probably the most legendary name in WWE history. Even people who don't follow wrestling know who The Undertaker is. That's how iconic he is. I did a quick check, and despite being retired, he is still officially signed to WWE, which makes this collaboration all the more possible. Let's take a closer look at the possibility of this actually happening, because if Call of Duty Mobile does team up with WWE in Season 9, it won't be the first time we've seen these two brands work together. The very first collaboration between Call of Duty and World Wrestling Entertainment happened back in 2024, and that one introduced WWE superstars as playable character skins in Warzone Mobile. Unfortunately, that partnership never carried over into Call of Duty Mobile itself, mainly because the developers were putting all their focus on Warzone Mobile at the time, and as we all know, that didn't really turn out the way they planned. But here's the interesting part. Call of Duty Mobile has already been involved with WWE through promotions at live WWE events for years, which shows that these two companies have been working pretty closely. That history makes the chances of seeing a WWE collab inside CODM much more believable. Back then we saw three huge WWE superstars make it into Warzone Mobile: Cody Rhodes, who's the current WWE champion, and Rhea Ripley, a former women's world champion, and of course the living legend Rey Mysterio. Their iconic finishing moves were even adapted as in-game finishers, which honestly was one of the coolest crossover ideas ever. Wrestling moves as finishers in Call of Duty just makes sense, and I really hope Call of Duty Mobile brings that concept over if this collaboration happens. As a fan myself, I'd be over the moon to see this come true, especially since Alexa Bliss is one of my absolute favorites, and The Undertaker is without question one of the greatest of all time. Right now it's still speculation, but if the leaks are true, Alexa's draw could feature a legendary CX-9, while The Undertaker's draw might come with a legendary Kilo 141. Imagine pulling those alongside the skins. Absolutely insane. Do you believe we'll actually see WWE characters in Season 9? Personally, I think the chances are higher than ever, and I'm genuinely excited. And let's not forget, Warzone Mobile may have gotten Gundam earlier, but when CODM finally did, we got way better content. So if this WWE collab makes it in, I expect CODM's version to blow the Warzone Mobile one out of the water. We now have the trailer for the upcoming Law & Order Lucky Draw, which is launching first in the Chinese version of Call of Duty Mobile. This draw features a legendary police-themed ASM10 skin and a really sleek version of the Tempest called Zero Law, which I personally think is the cleanest and most polished Tempest skin they've ever made. The only downside is that this draw will stay exclusive to the Chinese version for Season 8, which is definitely a bit disappointing for global players. The good news, however, is that the developers have already confirmed that it will be coming to the global version and other servers as well. It's just not releasing at the same time. While it's not arriving this season for us, there's a good chance we'll see it in Season 9, though the devs have promised to share the exact release date later. So, if you're excited about the character skin or the legendary ASM10, you'll just need to be a little patient before you can finally get your hands on it. Like I mentioned in my last video, there are a lot of bugs in the game right now, and some of my subscribers have been sharing their own experiences with these bugs, as well as the fixes they tried and how well those fixes worked for them. So in this video, we're going to take a closer look at some of the most common bugs that people are dealing with. I'll go over them one by one, explain what's happening, and then toward the end, I'll also share a few methods that players have used to fix these problems, just in case you're experiencing the same issues. In Alcatraz, you can't reload. When you respawn, happen after you spectate your teammate healing your other knocked teammate. Going through a door in BR the same time with enemy or your teammate, you just keep rewinding. You can't jump or slide in Alcatraz for no reason sometimes. But with buying a dog tag at the station, neither you have to go to another station or let some other teammate try to buy it. Sometimes jumping over a simple obstacles like a railing or windows, it just doesn't jump. Ninja class doesn't work really well anymore. Most of the time it doesn't get locked, and sometimes it doesn't let you go all the way. Pumped class, you pump all the way up to the second floor, but after 1 second you're gonna get back to the first floor. Igniter class damaging from second floor while you are in the first floor. Here's what another person shared that really fixed his stuff for him. Guys, if you have bugs, read this. I contacted support because my game was unplayable. Make sure your account is linked. Log out. Hit the repair button on the login screen. Delete last update. Log back in. Fix the bugs I was experiencing. The bugs he saw are enemy players' death animation and hit markers not displaying. The character model would freeze in place instead. Made it almost impossible to play the game. Buttons not working. Couldn't switch weapons. Use score streaks and more. Lethal equipment not even appearing despite not being used. Anyways, I have to be honest, I'm not really happy with the choices they made when picking these legendary blueprints for Season 9. The only one I'm actually interested in is the CX9, because the others don't really feel like they even need legendaries at this point. But what I do realize is that maybe the devs are focusing on new players who are joining the game, and because of that, they want to keep them hooked by bringing these weapons back again. Still, when it comes to the AK-117, it feels insane because we already have so many skins for it, including a free mythic, and yet they continue to release even more legendary skins for it. Call of Duty Mobile officially confirmed that classic battle passes from 2019 and 2020 will be making a comeback. They explained that throughout the remaining seasons of 2025, each new season will bring back one of these older battle passes. What's interesting is that they specifically said battle passes that have never returned before will now stop being reintroduced into the game. That means it's very possible we could finally see Season 1 and Season 2 from 2019, along with other classics from 2020 making their way back. But at the same time, there are also some more recent battle passes that have never made a return, so it could be referring to those as well. We'll just have to wait and see how they handle it. What do you guys think? Are you excited to see those OG battle passes again? And which one would you want to return first? It looks like the legendary smoke effect has now been reverted and updated back to its previous color. And as you can see on the screen, it's much more vibrant than before. Honestly, I think this change looks a lot better overall, and I'm pretty sure most players will agree with me on that. Call of Duty Next is officially happening on September 30th, 9 AM Pacific time, and this year's event feels like it's going to be absolutely massive for Call of Duty Mobile. For the very first time, it will cover both the global and the Chinese regions. So what can we expect? Well, a brand new Battle Royale map is definitely on the table, along with possible changes to Alcatraz, multiplayer updates, and of course the big one, a huge collaboration reveal. We could also see teasers of new skins and maybe even a new rarity making its debut. Honestly, this could end up being one of the biggest CODM showcases we've ever had. Don't miss it. And that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Also, don't forget to check out my other videos. I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.